Hey everyone, welcome back. I just wanted to give my quick thoughts about the recent current events that have been going on. So, if anybody's been paying attention for the last 48 hours since Monday, it really does seem that a lot of things came down. There's been news about Don McGahn, who's the White House counsel, who's been willingly and voluntarily working with Mueller. Then you had just yesterday Michael Cohen pleading guilty to 8 counts in court, and also the jury did come back finally after some deliberation and some time. They came back with 8 guilty counts as well, and 10 of those charges that were indicted against him were declared a mistrial. So pretty much what that means, the first thing is that means that Donald Trump probably wasn't having the best days of his life, because they were people that have worked for him and have done business for him in terms of, like, Paul Manafort being a part of his campaign and then Michael Cohen being his personal lawyer. Now, obviously, we all know that the Manafort case was not about Trump in any sort of ways. It was about the money laundering on Manafort, of which 8 charges came back guilty. 10 of them became a mistrial. So what happens in a mistrial? A mistrial, apparently, when I read, I hope I remember, but in a mistrial, it kind of works in the defense's favor, because a mistrial means that the jury could not come to a conclusion. So basically, they were a hung jury on those particular 8 charges. It could also mean that more than likely that was part of the plan of the defense, with them resting so quickly without calling any witnesses, was to not give enough information so for a jury to come to a decision. But the other 8 charges probably were very cut and dry. It didn't matter if there was no witnesses, the evidence was right there. The guilty verdicts came in. But the thing that I found really interesting was the fact that Michael Cohen came in with 8 guilty pleas, and he made a plea deal, or he negotiated one, and that Manafort has 8 guilty verdicts. I should probably go back and finish my first thought, right? So the mistrial. So what are the options? So the options are that the prosecutors have option to drop the case against Manafort with those 8 indictments, because it's very costly to go back to trial, because declaring a mistrial means that another trial can be set. So they could drop the case in which the defense would win, or they could go ahead and do another trial and call another jury and stuff like that, so they can do another trial. And this will give the defense more time to, put together their case for the second trial and stuff. There is a third thing, and I'm drawing a blank on what that third thing is. For something about, anyways, maybe it'll come to me as I'm going. So anyways, let's go back to this whole 8 thing. And there's a reason why I have these cards out. So in the minor arcana, so I found that it was really interesting that both Manafort and Michael Cohen both have 8s, 8 guilty pleas and 8 guilty charges. So, and 8, I think, is in tarot is a very significant number, and this is why I pulled out these cards, because these are the 8 cards in each of the suites. So you have the 8 of Swords, the 8 of Cups, the 8 of Wands, and the 8 of Pentacles. So here's just what I thought. And we're also in the 8th month of August. So coincidence? I don't know. It's a curious detail that I'm seeing, the 8s. So, so if you really look at it with these 2 guys, you had a lot of people who've been looking into their money dealings, and they've been working very hard, because there's the apprenticeship card, working really hard, getting it done, being very diligent about it. So there's that 8 energy right there. So the 8 energy is what they did. They came up with the guilty pleas. They came up with the guilty pleas, the guilty charges. So there was a lot of work to go into this. The energy was moving very swift. So here we are in the 8th month. The energy is moving very swift. It's in the 8 of Wands. It's like movement, forward motion. There's energy going. There's everything's. It's just in forward motion, so there's no stopping it. The energy's moving, and it probably moved way more swift than the people who were charged would have liked. So then you have the 8 of Cups, which means that it's a walking away. It's a walking to higher grounds. It's walking to, for something better. But you also have the eclipse. And so there's maybe some hidden secrets. Could be hidden secrets revealed when the moon moves away. There's the sun revealed. And these people are forced to walk away. So basically what was, they moved away from. So Manafort no longer has this cushy life. And he's in jail. And he just got found guilty. Cohen, his little cushy job as, Trump's personal pit bull, that's been cut, and he's been forced to move away. So here we go. That's the 8. So that's a curious thing. And then you got the 8 of Swords, which oftentimes in a lot of political readings, whether you're listen to mine or you listen to other readers, the 8 of Swords often can refer to jail, trapped. You're trapped. So everything's been put a halt. You're bound up, you're tied up and stuff. In a personal reading, you could probably be, the 8 of Swords would be, you may be feeling trapped, but it's really more of in your mind. And if you just, the bindings are really loose. If you just remove the bindings, remove your blindfold, turn around, you realize you're not so trapped. But in a political reading, when we're dealing with the nuances of politics, especially court trials, this means jail time. So, and I believe that, Manafort's already in jail, but he's also looking at 80 years. And you're looking at Michael Cohen, who more than likely has also, they're saying, 4 to 5 years in jail for him in his plea bargain. So I just found that a really curious, a very curious coincidence. And we're in the 8th month of August. So we have 8, 8, and 8. I don't know. So that was just my thought. If we were to do any sort of readings, let's see here. The question would be, how is Trump feeling about all this, I don't know, because these are his guys. And I know that he was like with McGahn, he's like, when he discovered the White House was like saying that everything was caught off guard, they were surprised, but then Trump came out and said, oh no, I totally authorized it and encouraged it or something to that effect. And we pretty much know immediately that, yeah, somebody's not telling the truth. But we all are pretty much, I think a lot of people are now very numb and desensitized to the fact that this administration, there are lies that come out on a daily basis and constantly. So nobody's surprised anymore. I think the disgusting factor gets bigger and bigger. So with the lies and everything. So anyway, but how is his situation towards these people? He said that Manafort, too bad what happened to him, it's really sad because he's a really good guy. If you really think about it, obviously he would think that because, he did business with him. He did deals with him. And of course, if you're all doing the same thing and they're really good at it, whether illegal or illegal, you're going to think they're probably a really good guy. So there you go. And Michael Cohen, he has not said anything because that is too close to him. So, but I'm curious, how is he doing right now? He just had a rally last night. I don't know. I haven't read any of the news yet. It's really early in the morning. So we'll just do a quick poll and just kind of see where he is. So he is feeling the information about his agreements with these people, the people that he's worked with, the partnerships he's made, they are under fire, basically. He feels they're under fire because, they're all seem to be in court, and we've got a bunch of guilty pleas. So his witch hunt thing to try to discredit it. So in the past, it was a very happy moment for him. In the past, you know what I mean? He was really happy. Everything was going great. Then he became president. Everything was going great. Things are kind of not as great as they used to be. So I think this will, like the sun traveling across the sky, up in the morning, it's really awesome. By the end of the day, you're good, you're tired. I think that's where we're heading with this. I started out in the past, like everything was awesome. I could be the greatest. I could do everything. I'm the only person that can fix every problem in the world. That would be him. And now the sun is kind of making its way across the sky, and he's starting to get tired. So he is trying to work towards things. So he's trying to focus in other areas. So trying to put his energy towards other areas. It's a page, so it's kind of a little bit of an immature, but it's a learning. So he's learning something from all of this. What is he going to do with it? I don't know, but he is learning something. The challenges are keeping the secrets. So there it is, the moon. His challenge is keeping the secrets. So we had this happiness. It's not going so happy. He's working on something. He is trying something. It's a very immature way about going about it, because a page is not like a knight who's very deliberate. He knows what he's doing and he's taking it step by step. The page is kind of in this learning stage and moving forward. And this is probably dealing with his relationships. This is all about this. So, and it's a challenge to keep his secrets. So, and the outcome is that he's going to come out swinging. Again, we have another page, so it's a very immature thing. You've got, I don't know, did he do another barrage of tweets? I don't know. This is that immature fighting. It's like my feelings are hurt and I'm lashing out. Did he do that at the rally last night? Well, no, this is the future outcome, so it's coming. So that would be on the past. So it's going to come. So maybe if the secrets can't stay secrets, he is going to lash out more on Twitter, which shouldn't surprise anybody. So here's the happy merchant card. So yes, in the past, he really felt like everything was going his way. Everything was going. I mean, he got the presidency and all this stuff. And he was feeling pretty smug. I mean, he feels like he's in control, taking away security clearances, getting things under control. So the present is the Queen of Wands. There's somebody giving him direction. It's a female of some sort is giving him some direction. There's somebody giving him some direction to help him go forward. I don't know if this would be Russia. I hate actually kind of doing that, but that's kind of just the feelings I get with the Queen of Wands. It could be the Queen of Wands to me definitely sometimes would refer to Mother Russia. So I don't know if he seems to be getting direction from somebody right now. The challenge is his attack, his mode of defense. His challenge is that, he lashes out in such with an immature energy, the bully in the schoolyard. He lashes out so immaturely that his challenge is to actually make it happen, to get to that his defense is actually properly working, because I think now he's spending so much time on the defense, he's not able to sow as much chaos. He's always trying to defend himself. The outcome is he is working hard. So there's that 8 again. So he's diligently working for something. Now, obviously he's the president right now, so he's diligently working towards something. I would probably say, because this is the overarching theme, he's working diligently towards his partnerships with whatever he has partnerships with. It could be the donors. It could be if he is compromised with those people, which I'm not going to go there right now. So we have the Queen of Cups. So emotional. this would, I would think this is Ivanka emotional, that he's very, she's important to him. She's very important to him. If you notice, she's not even around anymore. I mean, you rarely see her. You rarely see anything about her because there's something going on. So she is the one point in his life that he's most proud about is her. So the present tower moment. Okay. So he is going to have a tower moment. So right now he's probably having a tower moment. That I would say, yeah, he's having a pretty big tower moment. I mean, Michael Cohen has pled guilty. Manafort has been charged on 8 counts of guilty. And the White House counsel, he's discovered, has been voluntarily working with the Mueller investigation, and that is his tower. So he's probably having really big struggles. So there you go, is that because the tower moment, he's struggling to have trying to keep his secrets with his relationships. So there's going to be some struggles there. So the challenge is to hanging on to what he has. The challenges for him is hanging on to what he has right now. So that's his challenge. I mean, what does he have? He has the presidency. He still is making money off of the presidency, which is a no-no, but everybody seems to just turn a blind eye to it. But he is just, the struggle is to hang on to what he has, to where he is. To hang on to this image of what he has is also probably a struggle. The outcome is celebratory, but is it really celebratory? Because we have also been revealing that these 3 women are going to come back and bite him. So is he celebrating, or is the tower moment leading to the women celebrating? The women celebrating. Stormy Daniels, isn't there 3 of them? I think there's 3 of them. The 3 payoffs. There's the 3 payoffs, the tower moment to them. So in my world view of just how this is so far going, Trump is, should be more worried, not necessarily of Manafort. Cohen is the one, because Cohen is the one that made the payments to these women, and Trump was implicated in that. Now, he wasn't named in it. He was implicated in the guilty pleas that he did it that Cohen made the payments at the authorization of, the candidate. That's what he said. So who was the candidate? It was Trump. So if I'm looking at this particular card, these are the women. The women are celebrating, not Trump is celebrating. So we have the tower moment. So the tower moment. So if I'm going to look at anything with Trump's situation, I am looking at the women celebrating because the tower moment is from Cohen, his guilty plea in what he has pled guilty to. So the implication to Trump is not good. So he's going to have trouble keeping his secrets. He's having trouble fighting it as the knight energy. Instead, he's fighting it like a page energy, right? He is going to be working overtime to try to discredit everything. But in the outcome, the women are celebrating, not Trump. Because there's his tower. He's going to try to his challenge is to hang on to things. So let's do an outcome for Trump and let's see what happens here. All right. We have the 6 of Swords. Well, that is the difficult journey. He's trying to move from rough waters to calm waters. But if you're looking at it, this is, I think, the beginning of him leaving in some form of fashion. Now, this is the Swords, so maybe his thoughts, maybe he's going to have a mental break. I don't know. Or the process has begun that his inevitable departure will occur. So, but that's, like I said, most of this stuff, in any ways that we read, is a lot about, it's just about where the energies are moving directly at this point in time. Something in between now and then could occur that will alter this. But right now, as it looks, you know, Cohen is the biggest problem, not Manafort. Cohen's his biggest problem, because it's going to reveal, one thing is going to lead to another. The women are celebrating because Cohen has pled guilty to it, and it's kind of like a vindication for them. So Trump is still battling it out for his relationships. So I think Cohen's is the biggest problem for him. All right, until next time, I will talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.